Hello and welcome back to Little Jimmy's favorite podcast, Fedcast, coming to you never ever live from parts unknown. My name is Steve, and with me, of course, is
Justin. We're on like couple minute time delay.
Couple minute? No, it's longer than a couple minutes.
No, half an hour.
Anyway, we're here to talk to you about the wacky world of the WWE.
The wackiest world.
For the week of November 10th.
12th.
10th. Monday's the 10th, dude.
No.
Monday was the 10th.
No, it was the 12th.
No, because we're on the 14th right
November
now.
Day was the 11th.
Yeah, that was Tuesday.
November Day was Sunday.
That was not...
Yes, it was.
Dude, the 11th... Dude, I will show you right now.
Okay.
I will show you right the fuck now.
We're going to show this live on,
I know.
Live on audio.
It's like the 15th today, so that couldn't be possible. Monday is the 12th, son.
I said the 12th. You said the 10th.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Shit. What am I doing?
I win.
You know what? Fuck, I was looking at something else earlier.
I win!
Fuck you.
All right.
No, I'm all off
You're
now.
all
Fuck
out
me
of...
up.
No, it's game over. Show's over.
Damn it, I'm done.
I'm done.
It's over.
We made it 5.
Shortest episode.
4.5 episodes.
Yeah.
4 1/3.
Couldn't get to the 5-minute mark. Fuck you.
Damn it.
God damn it.
So we don't go back in time? Cause
No.
SmackDown wasn't thing because it was live last week.
SmackDown was last week, so... Yeah.
And they did the replay, so we're not going over that shit again.
No, I didn't even watch that.
So we start with Raw.
Mm-hmm.
The Survivor Series push. Right off the back with the 2 matches.
Yes.
Randy Orton versus Ziggler. Randy Orton wins.
Yeah.
And then Kofi and Randy versus Alberto Del Rio and Ziggler. And Alberto Del Rio won with that sweet-looking kick.
Yes. That was kind of cool.
It's cool. It's cool looking when he lands it.
Yeah. Most of the time, not at all. I don't know. I like the fact that they turned it into a tag team match. Although you kind of saw it coming.
Yeah.
But it still is kind of cool to see.
The most surprising was what was Teddy Long doing?
Yeah, it's like because it was a super show, player.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, I'm gonna make a super announcement. Like, oh, Teddy, this is why you're not GM anymore.
You've sunk so low.
Oh, I remember the Doom days.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to that?
He's like one step ahead of being a ref again.
Yeah. He's the assistant to the assistant.
He's not even the Super Nintendo.
He's not even in the Super Nintendo of Raw. Speaking of the Super Nintendo of Raw, did we explain that joke?
What is wrong with her?
Did we explain the Super Nintendo joke?
No, but I guess we probably should.
Yeah.
Okay. Jump in the Wayback Machine, kids. This was, and The Simpsons, actually, from probably my childhood, more so. I think, were you even alive?
Probably not.
Probably not. One of the earlier Ralph Wiggum jokes was because Principal Skinner has the superintendent Chalmers that basically runs his whole life at work. He was, for some reason, Chalmers was interviewing all the kids, and when he got to Ralph was answering a question, and instead of calling him, because he obviously couldn't say intendant, he just called him Super Nintendo Chalmers. So, needless to say, we're calling...
Because she's the
Vicky
superintendent of Raw.
Yeah, she's the superintendent, so she's
not the managing supervisor. She's the superintendent, so that makes her Super Nintendo Guerrero.
Yes. What is wrong with her?
Oh, many things.
There was something severely wrong with her wardrobe today.
There's...
When I watched that, okay...
Are you now questioning her fashion?
No. I'm just questioning one major point that I noticed. I'm like, well, somebody in the back at WWE there should have probably paid attention to what her necklace said. She's going out there talking about how she runs a clean show, and she's all about morals and everything like that. Yeah. She's wearing a big fucking necklace that says Cougar.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Now, I'm going to say Cougar, and now, I know I'm older, but I'm going to assume Cougar still stands for what it used to, which is basically older women stalking and trying to fuck younger men. Now, I got no problem with this. I'm
you know
all...
who you're talking to?
Dude, I got it. It's all good.
Okay.
I got no problem with cougars out there, man. You make life good for the young folk.
Yes, they do.
See, sadly for me, though, like, I would never get a cougar. I'd get, like, a snapping turtle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate for you.
Very much so,
So is that out of your bitterness? You're like, I hate you, Vicky Guerrero?
Well, no, it's not. It's more so, like, literally, she's sitting there trying to tell us about, like, morals and decency and shit. She's wearing a big fucking necklace that's cougar. I'm thinking
half
there's
the
a
audience
contradiction.
Is kids, they can't spell.
I get it, but there's a contradiction there. I'm thinking
fair
somebody backstage probably should have went, "Hey, Vicky, don't wear the necklace." Just saying. I noticed that. I mean, it meant nothing. It had nothing to do with anything. It just kind of bugged me. When I was watching, I'm like, she shouldn't be wearing that right now. Maybe nobody explained to her what cougar meant, in all fairness.
Maybe not.
She's not that bright.
This is back to the Ziggler days and the Edge days.
Yeah, no, I get that. And I mean, they did reference that at one point. But still, I mean, come on, dude. Like, step the fuck up. Somebody had to get in there.
Come on, Super Nintendo.
Super
Guerrero.
Nintendo, you ain't doing shit. You know what I mean?
They're just dragging this AJ thing to the mud now.
What possible end do they have to this?
This black hole is now consuming Ziggler.
Yeah.
And still with Cena.
Like, I mean, okay, like, they made a point later on in the show when AJ was talking to Cena, and she's just like, and he's like, this never and will never happen, and she said, will never? And he's like, well, this never happened. So maybe the end game is AJ's gonna valet John Cena? Maybe, but...
But does he need a valet?
No, he doesn't. I mean, he needs a wrestling coach, not a valet.
Well, AJ's not going to teach him any wrestling holds.
No,
well, there's not any wrestling holds you can do in public.
I'd watch that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Hulk Hogan has a tape. Let's just say John Cena's the Hulk Hogan of us generation. That's all I'm saying.
I've seen clips of it.
That's unfortunate.
Yes, it really is unfortunate.
That's things you probably can't unsee.
Morbid fucking curiosity, man. I mean, I only watched a little clip because I don't know if the whole tape's available because I'm not seeking it out. I just saw what I saw. And that was enough.
Moving away.
Moving on. I'm good. I don't need more. I'm alright.
So, Big Show.
Yes.
Best run in years? Question mark?
Oh, definitely.
It's unfortunate that William Regal has to be the
jobber. What the
Big Show.
fuck was that all about?
But it makes sense. He's
I
friends
know.
with Sheamus.
There was nothing else they could have done, but at the same time, don't throw Regal out there like that. Don't do that to Regal.
But to be fair, what are you going to do? Who are you going to bury? You know what I mean?
Anyone the fuck else?
No, bury someone who isn't a wrestler anymore.
True, I know.
That's
Again,
fine. It doesn't hurt anybody.
I was thinking about it while I was watching. I'm sitting there going, okay, well, I'm trying to come up with a better solution, and there wasn't one.
William Regal knows how to catch a beating.
He does. But that, again, I couldn't come up
with
a...
chest at the end of the match.
Yeah, no, he was... You know. Yeah, he was beaten to shit, but... I wanted a better ending to that, but there was no way to do it. It had to happen that way. I just don't like showing Regal that way, man. Regal doesn't deserve that shit.
I know what you mean, but you know what? It is what it is.
No, understandable.
And you know what? The Big Show Sheamus match, the build-up clearly is being overcast because of the other matches at Survivor Series.
Yes.
But it's still going to probably be the heaviest hitting match on the card.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be
like Big Show Sheamus 1 was for Hell in a Cell.
It'll be like a fucking just heavy beaten match.
So Big Show. Well, we'll talk about
we'll get into that later.
And another volume. But
yeah.
Big Show's run is impressive. At least I'm glad to see he's getting one last good run in.
Yeah,
before
and
he's done because he's done in the next year.
Oh
2
god,
years.
yeah, no, he's fucking done. I like seeing him as a heel because. When he's not a good face, he's not entertaining as a good guy.
Shonan the Barbarian and the Showster and all, Shokishi.
Jesus Christ, yeah. No, it was good. I liked watching him as a heel.
Remember that promo where he came out? I'm an entertainer.
I try to forget that shit. They did not know what to do with him forever, so it's kind of cool.
Then they kind of woke up and say, he's kind of big.
Yeah. It's kind of like we should use that. It's kind of like Kane. Like, did you not remember that he's a giant fucking monster?
Yeah, but
didn't
to be
occur
fair,
to you?
right now Kane's in a comedy bit right now.
Yeah. So. Well, we'll get to that, I'm sure.
Jerry Lawler footage.
Yes.
Did it go too far? Showing the footage of the EMTs working on him.
I wanted to know about that.
Why did they film it?
That's what I was going to say. Like, what the
just
fuck?
in case he makes it, we can use it as a later date.
And what if he didn't? Like, do you want that on film? Like, what the fuck is that?
My guess is if he didn't make it,
it's a snuff film at that point.
They would have destroyed the footage. Never shown
Would
it to
they,
anyone.
though? Would they?
I don't know.
I mean, they showed later on...
And was it too far?
Well, yes, because what the fuck? I don't need to fucking see that.
Yeah.
Had the guy died, they literally had a snuff film.
Well, he did die. That's the thing. He did die.
Oh, yeah, no.
So I wouldn't be surprised if in some of those video footage, he was actually clinically dead.
Oh, no, he was. There had, like, guarantee you, in the when they're performing CPR. He's fucking dead.
So some of that footage just
is a fucking snuff film. Like, that's not
Which I don't even know
cool.
if it's legal. So
I think because
and
he
it's
survived.
a publicly traded company, so I don't know.
Well, we'll see how that goes. But
parameter
here's
is.
the thing: he obviously signed off on it.
Oh, clearly.
Right? They're not going to do something without him knowing. I mean, especially what happens later on.
Which is what I'm going to talk about next.
Yeah.
Did CM Punk then go too far with Paul Heyman?
I wouldn't say that CM Punk did. I would say would it be Vince more so?
Yeah.
Because Vince obviously told him what to do. This is not CM Punk's bag. But, I mean, at the same time, you got to assume Vince went to Lawler and was just
From
like,
what
dude,
I
you
hear,
okay with this?
all parties, Foley, Heyman, Punk, Vince, Jerry, they all sat down, they all discussed this.
Yeah.
Apparently this was weeks ago.
Yeah.
Probably like the week that he was in the hospital, Vince probably discussed with him, we're going to probably use this in an angle somewhere down the road.
Of course. Because
and Jerry, being the business guy that he is, and the company man, the yes man that he is, he's probably like, go ahead, Vince.
Well, that's the thing. He's been waving the flag of the company forever now, so you can't imagine.
If it helps push a guy...
It worked.
Right
I mean, it worked. Like, what ended up happening later, I gotta say, Foley's promo he cut on Punk.
Which, again, that leads to my next point. Foley's promos. Foley has always cut good promos.
But
dating back to the ECW days.
Uh-huh.
The whole anti-hardcore promos that he cut on Tommy Dreamer and the ECW fans.
2 words, man. Cane Dewey.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like,
so, because it's how he delivers it. He goes finger pointing and he raises his voice
it's
and he
not
yells
necessarily,
and
like, with this promo we saw, it wasn't what he said, necessarily. I mean, what he said was simple. It was the way he said it. He fucking had conviction. Yeah. He probably was not thrilled with what was going on, right? Because he's a very friendly, nice guy, family man. I don't think he liked the fact that he was part of this promo. No. So I think he sort of used that of just like, fucking, I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and yeah, I think that probably
he just said he was dead. We actually lost Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, like he's screaming in Punk's face like he was dead. That was some fucking awesome shit. I rewatched that promo about 3 times. Yeah. It was fucking awesome. I think he did an amazing job.
I mean, and it's also good how they kind of tied a knot on the whole Foley-Punk feud that's now not going to obviously continue because of the way the dominoes fell.
Yeah.
But it was nice to say, Punk, and like, why are you even talking to me?
Yeah.
Our match isn't happening now, so why are you out here?
Which was actually kind of cool because it almost broke the fourth wall a little bit. Because it's just like, we're not doing this anymore,
and
remember?
Even Foley's just like, you know what, when I heard that our match isn't happening, that you're out and Ryback's out, I was mad.
Yeah.
I was mad, but now I'm just going to continue, and you know what, the audience is going to pick my new member, and I just got to focus on that. But just to get one last punch in, I'm going to be the special enforcer in the match night. And at the end of the day, he really didn't do anything.
He did
pull Heyman out of the ring and punch him.
Which was fine. I mean, it's always good to see that.
It's Mick Foley. He's not going to do a lot of physical
Which is sad. I hate living in the world where Mick Foley won't wrestle anymore, but that's just me.
Next to the 8-man tag?
Yes, which
had a Survivor Series feel to it.
Very much,
it wasn't an elimination match.
No, which
but
I wish it was.
It still had a Survivor Series feel to it.
Yeah.
And, Survivor Series coming up this Sunday.
Yeah, you had to do something like that. Solid match. Had my boys in it.
Yeah.
Primetime
Millions
players.
Millions of dollars. And also a little tag on it. That whole Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Ricardo Rodriguez coming out and giving Rosa the...
Yeah, that was interesting.
Which tags back to last week when Rosa just said a little good luck in your match
to
Alberto Del Rio. So clearly Alberto
There's
Del Rio...
something going... Yeah.
And if... Speaking that John Cena doesn't need a valet, Alberto Del Rio does, but he's the type of character that would have a valet.
Like a heel it's kind of cool to have a heel with
You can see him pull into the car with Rosa in the passenger side.
It'll go good for his gimmick. And they could do like a storyline where I can never pronounce the guy's name, but his announcer guy gets jealous of her.
Rodriguez,
yeah, that could be a good feud. I mean, it could be stupid at the same time. Who fucking knows? But still,
gives Rosa something to do.
Yeah,
and that's cool.
Doesn't look like she has much to do, so it's pretty good.
Primo and Epico are just the nothing. Of the
division. And here's my. I mean, I brought this up last week, and I got to bring it up again. Okay, Sin Cara, Mysterio, primetime players. They're having a series of matches. Can we have some kind of storyline? Mm-hmm. You're spending this amount of time on fucking Cena and AJ bullshit. give a couple minutes to a fucking primetime Sin Cara Mysterio feud.
There's gotta be some sort of match.
Come on, that would be fucking great.
I wouldn't even be shocked if this match that happened right here was a Survivor Series match come Sunday.
I hope so.
Granted, Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel will be replaced with Cobra because they're in a pre-show match with 3MB.
That's cool. That's cool.
So speaking of Cobra, oh wait, we're not going to get there yet. No, I guess we'll get there now. Yeah, we'll get there now, and then we'll follow the Maddox thing afterwards.
Cool.
Like we said, Miz is on Team Foley.
Yeah, which, the second he said, hey, the fans are going to pick, I'm like, okay,
and then I saw the options, and it's Miz, Zack Ryder, Santino.
Here's my thing.
Give this a think.
Yeah, here's my fucking thing, though. How come Zack Ryder got more votes than Santino Marella?
Well, Zack Ryder has his show.
Really?
And remember last year when Zack Ryder was the it guy? And John Cena was pushing him?
I don't remember that.
Okay, well, there was a time when he had this show.
I probably tried to forget
the YouTube show.
Yeah.
And John Cena was pushing him.
Yeah.
And he was actually the main attraction at one point.
Yeah. I would have rather seen Santino. Like, if I were the type of guy to vote...
Zack Ryder has a bigger following than Santino does.
Like, that's the thing. If I was going to vote, which I wasn't, fuck that, I would have voted Santino, because that would have been just out of left field and interesting.
Either way.
But yeah, Miz.
And they're
surprise.
This is like a real life face push.
Is it a face push?
This is not just him. He's going to be on the team. He's going to script the team internally. No, they want Miz to be a big face in the next year, next calendar year, and
I am not for that.
Their way of thinking is that he's done everything there is to do as a heel.
I don't think so.
Well, what else has he left to do?
Well, in all fairness, when was the last time he had a really good run? Like, what has he been doing?
No. Well, he had the one good run.
Yeah,
the heel.
The
for
one
6-7 months.
Good run.
Yeah.
What has he done? Like, they've been sort of doing nothing with him. Why not fucking throw him a bone, throw him a good face?
Exactly, he's got nothing to do.
Have him fucking feud with Cena. What do I care?
Here's the thing. Yeah. They need faces.
I know they do.
They have heels, so they need faces.
Yeah, but I don't know.
If they need
The
faces...
Miz, though, his whole fucking gimmick doesn't lend to a face at all.
A couple tweaks here, a couple tweaks there.
Well, they'd have to tweak the whole fucking thing.
Not really. He can still do the awesome chants. And the audience will just chant awesome with him.
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
But it's been boiling over for the last year.
Oh, I know. I know. The fans are liking him.
The fans have.
But I mean, shit. Like, who gives a shit?
Plus, he's in a movie.
Yeah, well, I get that.
And that's one of the
I
understand.
Reasons he's I understand that. But I mean,
he can't be a bad guy and promote a movie.
True, but
he just can't.
I gotta call in the Cena card. Like, Cena's split 50-50, and they're never gonna make him a heel, no matter how much I want him to.
Yeah, but Cena's split 50-50 because of the crowd. If it was up to Vince, it'd be 100%.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, you
can't control the crowd as much as Vince tries. You can't control.
One word, Ryback, motherfucker. Yeah. You're telling me he can't control the crowd? He's controlling it with Ryback.
No, the fans like him on their own.
No, they don't. They just like him because Vince is telling them to. Vince is giving him so much time and so much bullshit that he's winning the crowd over. Which, if that can lead into the Maddox match, let me talk about that for a second.
Where the minute he showed up.
Well, no.
The ambulance pulls up.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I thought that was great.
Jerry Lawler joke.
Yes, I wanted to talk about that. What the fuck, Michael Cole? Seriously. Like, I don't know if
Jerry Lawler said it.
Was it Lawler?
Yeah, Lawler said it. That's why.
I thought Cole said it.
No, as soon as it pulled in, Lawler was like, "Oh, my ride's here."
I thought it was Cole saying, "Lawler, your ride's
Cole
here."
Cole wouldn't say that. No.
But yeah, like, if you didn't hear it, literally, I guess as you're saying, Lawler said it. He literally, when the ambulance is pulling back, Lawler said, "My ride is here." Which now that you're telling me that Lawler said it, it's fucking funny.
And when the EMTs...
When it was Cole, I was just like, Jesus, dude, really?
When the
now
EMTs
it's funny.
were coming down the ramp, Lawler's just like, trust me, it's not fun riding.
Yeah, that was good.
So maybe because of those jokes, it's okay to fucking fake that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he's holding a grudge on that. But the Maddox thing, now I'm going to jump ahead a little bit in it because I want to get this out as I'm saying, is proof that Vince is shoving him down everyone's throat and they're eating it up. Like, feed me fucking more, motherfucker. The stuff he did to Maddox. Mm-hmm. If a heel did that, or like if any other face did that, which calls into question the Bret Hart thing, if a heel, or I should say normal face did that, like the massive beating he gave that kid, he would automatically get a heel turn. Which harkens back to the Bret Hart Stone Cold thing, where fucking Hart, like, after he basically made Stone Cold unconscious,
yeah,
he kept beating the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm.
That was his immediate heel turn. Mm-hmm. Any other wrestler, they would have made that as their heel turn. But this, because he is the super face that Vince wants everybody to love, they made it into a big face thing, which is bullshit.
To be fair,
because it was brutality. It's bullshit.
But to be fair, to make that Goldberg reference again, Goldberg made a career on doing that.
Oh, I'm aware.
And he was cheered through the roof.
Yeah, but again, I don't think the fans did that, even though,
Goldberg,
Eric Bischoff is claiming that the fans told him that they pushed him down their throats. They always do that.
But he still beat the crap out of dudes.
Sure,
straight up beat them. And he was being cheered until
I
they did turn him
that.
into a heel, and look what happened to that.
Oh, I understand.
Which is the same reason why they probably would never turn Ryback heel anytime soon, because look what happened when they turned that machine into a bad guy.
No, I know. Ryback...
They never turned the Ultimate Warrior into a heel.
You couldn't, because it wouldn't work. You'd be dead.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah. I don't know.
Unfortunately, he looks like a heel, but the catch-22 is he would never work as a heel.
No, he never could. He would have had to come in as a heel.
Yeah.
He can't be turned. There's no way.
If that character maybe starts off as a heel...
If he became an indestructible monster.
Yeah.
Right? Like the Kane from back in the day. If he had, not necessarily somebody to feud with per se, but like a storyline...
The Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. If he had like the Brock Lesnar...
You clearly have to have him have a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul Heyman with Ryback would have worked.
Yeah, it totally would have worked. And I mean, it would have, with that, to use the Kane analogy again, he'd need an Undertaker to feed off of as well. He couldn't just come in as an indestructible heel, i.e. what they tried to do later on with Gene Snitsky. Right? When they brought him back as Snitsky with the fucked up teeth.
Yeah.
That did not work.
Yeah, it did not work.
It did not work. And I mean, most fans are pretty stupid. They'll forget everything. Like, I guarantee you, when they brought Snitsky back in, most of the fans had no idea that was the same "it's not my fault" guy.
Yeah.
Right?
You could tell. He shaved his head.
Yeah.
Fucked his teeth.
Well, for instance, there was another match on Raw that I don't know if you marked down or not, but Albert Tensai.
Yeah.
There's something that did not work.
Tensai.
Most of the fans don't know who the hell he is. They didn't know he was Albert. I mean, I'll never call him Lord Tensai. He's Albert Tensai to me, as in now that he's got a last name. That didn't work. He's basically watching that match was just like, okay, so
he came in like a house of fire, though, man. He
did.
Came in, he beat Cena, and he beat CM Punk.
Oh, I remember hearing about that.
So,
but as of now, it's just like, okay, so how long before he gets released?
Yeah, he's on the chopping block.
He's gone. He's done. He's useless.
So main event, Cena beats CM Punk.
Whatever.
It happened.
It was, okay, so CM Punk is very much being the regular heel. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that.
Ryback comes in.
Yeah.
Clearly this match is CM Punk's probably going to win.
Yeah.
So that's done. That's booked. We'll talk about that in the next volume for Survivor Series. But right now, they're like, that's fine. That's the booking. Mm-hmm. The main story here is going to be Cena versus Ryback.
Yeah, that's going to be...
It's like, what's going to happen when these two guys get in the ring together and fucking...
Well, here's my concern. Well, not concern necessarily, is... Okay, so obviously the whole thing is going to be, as you just said, Ryback and Cena. Is this going to carry into the next pay-per-view? Do you think they're going to try some kind of program, face versus face?
It's going to have to, because CM Punk, I heard, is going to be in a match possibly with Mick Foley. In a gimmick match against Mick Foley?
I would hope so.
Just to bridge...
the Rock.
Bridge Survivor Series to Royal Rumble without CM Punk losing the belt.
Yeah, because he's obviously not going to lose
to
Foley.
So it'll probably be a title belt match, but it'll be like The Miz versus Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
Where you knew Jerry Lawler was going to win.
Yeah.
But it's just cool to see this old guy
get a chance it's cool to see it get a shot, but it's never going to happen. Like, we know Mick Foley's not getting a title shot.
So Cena Ryback, I don't know if that's where they're going. But you know what this match is? It's an experiment.
Yeah.
It's an experiment. If it works, cool, we'll run with it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work,
well, that's the thing.
We'll bury it.
At some point in time, you got to assume, well, we'll get into the pay-per-view later, and I'll talk about what I'm going to think about that. But while we're getting close to the end of this, what else you got?
We're going to talk about the pay-per-view in the next volume.
Yeah.
Because right now,
you got anything else?
That's kind of it.
Yeah,
NXT happened.
Yeah.
And so did the main event.
Well, you know.
Main event, Miz and Dolph Ziggler had a back and forth, which furthers the Miz push towards the face. Granted, they were in Cleveland, Ohio for main event.
Oh, really?
So
okay, yeah,
that's
no,
his
fair
hometown.
enough. Yeah, no, okay.
So yeah, that's Volume 1. Raw did a solid job of pushing.
Yeah. I mean,
it was a go-home show. It did its job.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was definitely, hey, look, Survivor Series coming, buy it. Like, that was around every corner.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they were hiding it, so that's what the job was. They did it. It exists. I mean, to say, was it as entertaining, I found, as last week? No.
But it's a go-home show. Go-home shows are never entertaining.
And you know what? Let me ask.
Go-home shows are just
they are what they are. Let me ask you, because I forgot to ask this last week. It should be very quick. When did they start doing the Dateline NBC?
Yeah,
tonight on Raw, Chris Hansen is gonna confront AJ. Like, what the fuck is that?
So, John Cena,
we got an email. Like, what
do you know how old AJ is?
When did this start? Because, like, I mean, I get it. It's
2 to 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so it is new,
I've noticed
right?
It too.
Okay, because I watched it the first time. I started laughing, and I forgot to mention it last week. I flat out started laughing. I'm like, wow, this is Dateline NBC.
Tonight on Raw, Vicky Guerrero's got new audio footage, unsolicited from.
It was just so
and so. Where's she? Also, where is Vicky Guerrero getting all this videotape footage and audio clips?
Well, let me try and see if I can figure out how this is happening. There is a young man who works at the hotel. Maybe he gave her the necklace. I can let you fill in the blanks, or I could flat out tell you she's probably blowing him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We don't want to get sued by Super Nintendo Guerrero.
Well, the fact that we called her Super Nintendo should prove that we're full of shit. But in case nobody's going to believe that we're full of shit, yes, allegedly. Okay, so on that note,
we're going to get into Survivor Series.
Yes, come back for part 2, which will be, well, by the time you're listening to this, part 2 will be up as well. So, just come back and listen. We'll give you our thoughts on Survivor Series.
We'll do picks as well, I suppose.
Yeah, well, we did last time. I'm guessing that should be our thing.
This time, I think we should actually mark down if we were right or wrong.
Yeah, maybe we should do that because
play for a gold star.
Yeah, our review of the pay-per-view was just like, so who did we think was going to win that one? Yeah, so maybe we'll get out a pen.
Pen, paper. I know, right?
One of these novelty objects like a pen and paper. So just come back and we'll talk some Survivor Series.
Talk to you in.
See ya.